create a graded discussion, open the unit folder, locate the discussion, click on the gray arrow next to the discussion name. Click on Make Available. The discussion is now available, so you can now edit and enter content inside the discussion by clicking on the name. You can also edit outside of the discussion by clicking on the gray arrow and selecting Edit. This allows you to edit outside of the discussion and not within it. For example, here is where you would include an assigned word count and the number of responses or peer replies. It is recommended to enter your students' expectations in this area only and not the discussion questions. Scroll down to Standard Options. Select Yes to make the discussion available, and select Yes if you would like to track the number of views. Enter in the display after and display until dates and times if you would like to restrict the dates. Click Submit to save your changes. You will see the text that you entered outside of the discussion. Click on the discussion name to open it. The discussion will not have content yet and will show as empty. Click on Create Thread. When adding a discussion, remember to create a thread inside the discussion. Otherwise, students will not be able to participate in the discussion as they are not able to create their own threads. Enter the title or name of the discussion in the subject text box. For example, Discussion 2. In the message box, enter the discussion questions that you would like students to answer and discuss. This is a suggested format to follow that includes 1 to 3 prompt questions or statements, along with 1 to 2 questions students can answer and their replies. Scroll down and attach any necessary files in the Attachments section. After Attachments, there are 3 buttons to choose from. Save Draft makes the discussion not public, meaning students will not be able to see it. You can use this option if you are still working on finalizing the discussion thread content. Clicking on Submit will make the discussion public, which will make it available to students immediately. Click on Submit. A thread will be created in the discussion. To view student responses, click on the name of the thread. To make this a graded discussion, click on Course Tools in the left navigation menu. Scroll down and select Discussion Board. Select your course. If the pop-up window appears, Set Author of Anonymous Posts, click on the arrow in the drop-down box. Select Set Your Name as Author and click Submit. Locate the discussion you added. You will notice the description that you previously entered is not showing. This is because the discussion in the unit folder is a link to the discussion board located in this list and is not the actual discussion board. We will now edit the discussion board. Hover to the right of the name and click on the gray arrow. Select Edit. We are now editing the discussion board, so you are welcome to enter in the same description. Scroll down to Forum Settings, which is divided into sections. The first section, Viewing Threads Replies, allows instructors to choose how students view threads and replies within the forum. Selecting Standard View will allow students to view all the threads and replies that have been posted to the forum. The professor must create the first thread, which will include the discussion question and/or prompt. Students can then respond to that thread. Selecting participants must create a thread in order to view other threads in this forum will prevent students from seeing other students' posts until they create a post of their own. The Grade section allows instructors to enable grading and set up grading options for the discussion forum. If no grading in forum is selected, it leaves the forum ungraded. If you would like this discussion graded, select the option Grade Discussion Forum and enter in the total points possible in the space provided. Entering 100 points can help for grading consistency. The Grade Threads option allows instructors to specify points and grade individual threads in Blackboard. Going back to selecting Grade Discussion Forum makes additional options appear. Show participants in needs grading status after every end posts. Check this option to show participants in the Grade Center as needs grading after the student has made the specified number of postings. Use the time and date pickers to enter a due date for the discussion forum that will appear in the student's calendar and to-do module. Under Associated Rubrics, click the Add Rubric button to select a rubric to use for grading. The Subscribe section allows instructors to permit students to subscribe to the forum and receive email messages of forum activity. Choose the Do Not Allow subscriptions to disable students from subscribing to the forum. Choose Allow members to subscribe to threads to allow students to select threads to subscribe to. Choose Allow members to subscribe to forum to allow students to subscribe to the entire forum. The option to include body of posts in the email is not available. However, you can choose the option to include link to post to create a direct link to the post in the subscription email only. The Create and Edit option allows instructors to determine which permissions students have in relation to creating and editing discussion board posts. If the option Allow Anonymous Posts is enabled, it allows students to post anonymously to the forum. Generally, this option is not recommended and it is not available. Check the option to allow students to delete posts they have created. This option is not recommended in graded discussion forums. Enabling the option Allow Author to Edit Own Published Posts allows students to edit their posts once they post them. This option is not recommended for use in graded forums. Check the option Allow members to create own threads to allow students to create their own threads. Deselecting this option will prevent students from using the discussion board. Unless the instructor creates threads to which students can reply. If no thread is available, students will not be able to submit a post. Check the option Allow File Attachments to allow students to attach files to their discussion posts. Check the option Allow users to reply with quote to allow users to quote existing students' posts in their replies. If the option Force Moderation of Posts is selected, students do not see their posts immediately after posting. Instead, the posts are placed in a moderation queue for the course instructor to review or release. The Additional Options section allows instructors to modify additional options related to the discussion forum setup. Enabling Allow Post Tagging allows users to tag posts with their own comments. Enabling Allow Members to Rate Posts allows users to rate other students' posts. When finished with setting up the discussion forum settings, click the Submit button at the bottom of the page to create the graded forum.